I should go live, but I need to test Sue's mic first. I know you want the time. Actually, I just realized why it's quiet. Hold on 1 second, I can't hear you yet because... Okay, go ahead and talk back to me.
Did I just go live?
No.
Okay.
The countdown isn't public yet.
Okay. Alright.
Cool, I hear you, so I'm gonna mute you. Cool, let me know when they're up. I'm gonna push the countdown back a little bit because we're gonna be late. Sue, just shake your head if the music went off. Cool. Check. Need graphics. I need the graphics. We can't go without the graphics. Ah! What did I do? 45 graphics, huh? Who the hell decided that was a good idea? Guys, the show's not over yet. Oh. That's one way to break yourself. Okay, so stand by. I'm not ready yet, but hopefully I will. Photo? Yes. Is this the first slide? Fabulous. Cool. Sue, how you doing? I can't hear you though, so you have to like give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Awesome. Cool. One day we'll figure out how to make it so I can hear you. Hold on. Awesome. So yeah, so you're gonna face that camera, stage right, and then you're gonna turn to the left during the intro. I hope you're talking to yourself because I can't hear you. Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, it's time to go. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Sue. You're very kind. And this is 5. Go tight on Sue. Yes, cool. Go wide on Sue. Okay, folks. Our timer is up. That means it's time for us to go live. So you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you are. Fabulous. Cool. Stand by. Mike's going live. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, I'm Sue and welcome to Irish Theatre This Week. We're broadcasting live from the TheatreMaker.ie's studio at Access Balmain. Tonight, we'll be bringing you the latest in Irish theatre, arts and international news, as well as opportunities, government updates, and news from around the world. This is Irish Theatre This Week on Monday of the 31st of May 2021.
Stand by. You're muted. You're live.
There's plenty of news for this busy week, especially in opportunities and events. After the warm weekend, there's a lot to report, so let's jump right in with the breaking stories.
You're live.
Last Friday, the government announced a further easing of restrictions for June, July, and August. Theaters were finally specified alongside cinemas, with the 7th of June named as the day of reopening. The NCFA said they welcomed the easing of these restrictions, but noted that reduced capacity and 2-meter social distancing rules and the knock-on effect on ancillary revenue generation means that many venues will find it challenging to reopen at all at this time, or to sustain limited opening for an extended period.
We're almost back to a point where we can just enjoy the ordinary, extraordinary moments in our lives. This sense of hope, excitement, and relief is palpable. But as we watch what is happening across the globe, we of course know that we must remain vigilant against this terrible virus.
Coming back to you.
Near the top of our breaking news is the revelation that Ireland will be getting its first pilot live events next month. A number of live pilot sport and cultural events will take place in Ireland this summer.
It has been a long and difficult 15 months for so many musicians, artists, athletes, venue operators, crews and audiences.
10 seconds.
As Minister for Arts and Sport, I have pressed for venues to be allowed reopen. Cabinet has agreed today a list of exciting test events for arts and sport that I am organising.
Back to you.
The first of these official trial events will be Thursday, 10th of June. An outdoor music event curated by the National Concert Hall will take place in Ivy Gardens with 500 people attending. The first indoor event, an opera, will take place Wednesday, 23rd of June in University Limerick Concert Hall. The largest of these planned events is said to be an outdoor music festival type event. The event will take place in Phoenix Park and will be attended by 3,500 people. The event will be seated. The HSE released a statement at midday today stating that good progress was made over the weekend, but many critical services are still operating without IT access. While progress continues in the right direction, the worst of the damage may not be apparent for weeks or months. The HSE has admitted that the data of nearly 520 patients is online after media reports of their publication. This patient data was stolen in the cyber attack on the HSE 2 weeks ago and has been leaked on the dark web. The estimated cost of the damages currently stands at €100 million, approximately 5 times the ransom required.
Stand by. You're live.
Scenes across the country of people socializing outdoors have caused a stir on social media. Yesterday, Taoiseach Leo Varadkar said local lockdowns or individual or groups of counties were still an option. Immunologist Professor Luke O'Neill stated that there is more risk of COVID-19 spreading in dense crowds and that the next 3 or 4 weeks are critical. Saturday evening, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Tony Holohan tweeted his disappointment in Dublin. Dr. Holohan wrote that he had to drive through the city to collect someone around 8 p.m. and was met with enormous crowds like a major open-air party. The ongoing discourse regarding drinking on plein air has grown increasingly heated. Young Twitter users have lamented their lack of safe private spaces, such as gardens, and argue they have been encouraged by the government to socialize outdoors. Current government guidelines state that up to 3 households, or 6 people, not including children aged 12 and under, from any number of households can meet outdoors. This includes gardens. Organized outdoor gatherings can take place with a maximum attendance of 15. From the 5th of July, restaurants and pubs will be allowed to open for indoor service. The Cabinet signed off on a new grant scheme of up to €4,000 for so-called wet pubs to adapt their establishments ahead of the reopening for outdoor hospitality from the 7th of June. Details regarding ventilation requirements and maximum capacity restrictions are yet to be revealed. Some people consider the indoor alternative safer. Independent councillor Mannix Flynn, who represents Dublin's southeast inner city, said he was not pleased with the scenes of Dublin City over the weekend. Arguments rage on about whether or not to grant the public bins and toilets. Other notable upcoming reopening measures include hotels, bed and breakfast, self-catering accommodation, and hostels being allowed to reopen for overnight guests only from Wednesday. From the 7th of June, you can have visitors to your home from other households. The 7th of June also marks the opening of restaurants and bars for outdoor service. Currently, it's planned that groups of up to 6 people can attend together. From the 5th of July, up to 4 households can meet indoors. Also, indoor events can have up to 50 attendees in groups of up to 6 people. Larger venues can have up to 100 people in attendance with strict public health measures in place. Another big date for the diary is the 19th of July, which we will see the return of international travel. Subject to the prevailing public health advice, Ireland will start to use the EU digital COVID certificate for travel within the EU and EEA. This positive news for transport authorities, especially airlines, will be the beginning of the reopening of international travel. The digital COVID certificate system will be used throughout the EU and is also open to Norway, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Iceland. It will not apply to Great Britain or the USA. There will be no restrictions on travel to or from Northern Ireland. Passengers arriving via Northern Ireland who have been overseas in the 14 days prior to arrival in Ireland must also comply with these restrictions. Anyone aged 45 or older is now entitled to register for a free COVID vaccine. You may also be entitled to receive the vaccine early if you have certain medical conditions. You can contact your GP if you think you may be entitled. Reports state that half of the adult population of Ireland has now received at least one of 2 inoculations. More than 10% of the population is now fully vaccinated. In the meantime, did you know that you can get a free COVID test if you do not have symptoms? There are a number of walk-in centers nationally which you can avail of for free if you're not exhibiting symptoms and have not had COVID in the last 6 months. These tests currently fulfill the testing requirements for those entering the country.
Stand by.
Last chance to fill in the Arts Council paying the artists survey. The Arts Council is encouraging visual artists especially to fill it in. The survey seeks to improve our understanding of the impact of the COVID-19 crisis on artists in 2020. It's a follow-up to the survey issued in April 2020 at the start of the COVID-19 crisis, key findings of which were published on their website, which formed a part of our submissions to the government in 2020. The survey is also issued in the context of ongoing research and development work around our paying the artist policy and its revised and updated implementation plan. First Fortnight has announced the appointment of Maria Fleming as Chief Executive Officer. Maria has over 20 years of experience working in the arts with Ireland's leading companies and theatre artists, including Dublin Theatre Festival, The Ark and Druid Theatre Company. Fleming joins First Fortnight from Dublin Theatre Festival when she was general manager. She was involved in Waking the Feminists, the Irish theatre movement in 2015, and also works as a volunteer with the Irish Cancer Society as advocacy champion for the Dublin Central constituency. First Fortnight is a charity that challenges mental health prejudice through arts and cultural action. Equity is encouraging all theatre makers to contact their TD regarding the implementation of universal basic income. They currently have a very helpful tool for directing emails to TDs on action.uplift.ie, which you can find through Equity's Twitter @IrishEquity. The key requests from them are that politicians raise the matter at their own party meetings, that they contact Minister Martin about it and come back to artists to confirm they have done this. The contact details for your TDs can be found by just entering your address here on whoismytd.com. Galway Theatre Festival welcomes Aoife Noon as its new creative director. Aoife has worked with GTF in a range of roles, from volunteer to intern to membership manager. She has been GTF General Manager since 2019. A Galway native, Aoife holds a BA in Public and Social Policy and an MA in Drama and Theatre Studies from NUI Galway. This now means GTF are looking for a new General Manager. Galway Theatre Festival is seeking a passionate and dedicated general manager to work with the creative director in leading the festival through an exciting stage in the organization's development. Email boardgtf@gmail.com.
If you find value in Stage Door Live, please help us grow by letting your friends and followers know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like. Take a moment to share this live feed with your friends and followers right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Your support helps us continue these important conversations about Irish theatre now and into the future.
3, 2, 1, you're live.
International story, our reporter Satisha Mohan talks on a new social media documentary series produced by a Dublin production company in collaboration with France 24's wider project.
A new documentary series featuring young Irish residents who were affected by the pandemic has been launched. Generation Lockdown focuses on 5 individuals in the Republic of Ireland from a variety of backgrounds whose lives were changed due to the COVID-19 lockdowns. The series was produced by Dublin production company Tailored Films.
The entire goal of the campaign was to ensure that pan-European audiences really started to interact with each other and, start talking about how it affected them, because young people are at the heart of the project. So we really wanted to ensure those stories came to light and that they were able to relate to each other.
The stories touched on the different sectors of society that were affected, including higher level education, personal relationships, business and healthcare.
What we were specifically looking for really were truly eye-opening stories that would really make you think, okay, I actually had an okay time during coronavirus, and especially with young people, how it affected them. I think
2 minutes, 30
it
seconds.
affects certain age groups in different ways. So we wanted to make sure we covered all grounds across, I suppose, university students and their experience of it, and then people who might have, just graduated from university and going out into the big bad world for the first time. And we also wanted to cover, I suppose, more mature audiences too. So anyone between the ages of 18 to 34, there's lots of big life changes throughout all those years. So, people in their 20s and 30s also applied who might have had children or even failed marriages because of coronavirus. And we also wanted to make sure that there was, a sample of different nationalities as well, because we wanted to make sure that their voices were heard in addition to Irish citizens and nationalities. So it was an eclectic mix that we got.
The documentary was shot over 5 days, with each participant's story taking a day to film.
We shot 5 days back to back. It was very smooth. The whole thing was very straightforward. Everybody was really helpful. It's amazing how people are so enthusiastic.
1 minute, 20 seconds.
To share their stories. That it can feel very validating if you've been through something difficult, to then share your story at the end
on your
of that
spot,
and feel heard and feel like you're not alone with your story, and then you also know that
1 minute.
Sharing your story will help other people struggling. So people, it's always I'm always intrigued by how many people are so willing to share the dark stuff.
The documentary is broadcast on several social media platforms such as the Facebook and Instagram accounts of France 24 and ENTR. The documentary is also seen on national TV in France. ENTR is a project by France 24. The project is funded and supported by the European Commission and the Foreign Ministry of the Federal Republic of Germany. ENTR is a multilingual project in English, German, French, Portuguese, Romanian, and Polish. The goal of the project is to outline pan-European issues and connect young EU citizens. Ultimately, the project aims to dissuade young people from becoming involved in the far-right political movements that are sweeping the continent. 2 episodes of Generation Lockdown are already available to watch online,
10,
with the rest being released
9,
sporadically
8,
on the social
7,
media accounts.
6,
For updates
5,
on the series, visit
3,
France 24 and
2,
ENTR
1,
social media channels.
You're live.
Juilliard School has been criticized for a lack of diversity and a slavery workshop. The Juilliard School in New York City, which has a strong reputation for high-level education in the performing arts, has come under fire for its issues with race and diversity. A former student came forward to recall an incident where they heard a white faculty member use the N-word to try to provoke a reaction from a group of students. A current Juilliard student relayed a workshop where their class was asked to pretend they were slaves as a guest speaker who played audio of whips, rain and racial slurs. UK theatres have pledged to only cast trans actors in trans roles. London's Royal Court, Oxford Playhouse and Manchester's Royal Exchange are among 18 theatre organisations pledging to never cast or endorse a production that casts a cisgender person in a transgender, non-binary or gender non-conforming role. The creation of the transcasting statement has been led by companies Milk Presents, Outbox and the Queer House. It was sparked after a production of Breakfast on Pluto announced the casting of a cisgender male actor in the leading role of Pussy, a trans woman, in March 2020.
Stand by. Coming to you.
The Louvre is getting its first female leader in 228 years. Laurence Descartes, the current head of the Musée d'Orsay and the much smaller Musée de l'Orangerie, will become the president of the world's most visited museum in September. Descartes, 54, was appointed on Wednesday as the museum's president-director by the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. A trove of manuscripts acquired from the Bronte family in the 19th century, all but unseen for the past century, will be auctioned at Sotheby's. The trove includes family letters, inscribed first editions and other relics that offer a glimpse into the life of the Bronte household, like the family's heavily annotated copy of Bewick's History of British Birds, which features in the opening scenes of Jane Eyre. With theaters soon opening, if you find yourself near the Abbey Theatre, you might like to visit a nearby gallery. The Flea Gallery, like a welcome mirage of the fanciful amid many of Dublin's plain shops, appears on some sunny Saturdays. The gallery is nestled in a small lane, which is in fact Old Abbey Street, stage left of the Abbey Theatre, Abbey stage itself. You might see a rare typewriter or even something restored from a production. If you find yourself in the area, luck may be with you and the gallery may appear to you.
Stand by. Coming to you.
As always, we have some upcoming deadlines from the Arts Council of Ireland, specifically creative production supports, which closes Thursday. The Arts Council offers creative production supports of up to €240,000 in the following areas: dance, theatre and young people, children and education. Applications are now open for the producing assistant role at the Abbey Theatre. Deadline for application is Tuesday, 15th of June at 5 p.m. The role will work closely with the senior producer, head of producing, technical director, stage managers, production managers, and company manager in order to provide producing and administrative support across all productions. Cover letters and CVs can be sent to recruitment@abbeytheatre.ie. The closing date for applications is 5 p.m. on the 15th of June 2021. The Gate is currently looking for executive and production assistant and finance assistant. Interested applicants should email their CV, cover letter, and equal opportunities monitoring form to shivan.brownie@gatestheatre.ie by 6 p.m. on Friday, 4th of June. The closing date for applications is Friday, June 4th. The new Emerging Street Talent program is currently taking applicants. This program is a partnership initiative between Waterford Spree and Irish Street Arts, Circus and Spectacle Network. It was established to assist artists create and showcase the new work and ideas. Since 2013, it has aided Irish artists with mentoring supports and premiered their work in a supportive environment at Spree Festival. Nest 2021 will best suit an artist, perhaps a duo or trio of artists with a strong idea for a new or adapted work. It will already be pre-developed and will require focused rehearsal mentoring so it becomes a viable audience attraction at a range of outdoor festivals and events. The performance concept is likely to involve elements such as character-influenced physical performance with potential for audience connectivity. Applications or queries to nest@spree.com by noon, Friday. Complicité is seeking a producer. They are looking to hear in particular from candidates with a commitment to sustainability and diversity. Please send a CV, application letter, and completed equality monitoring form to jobs@complicité.org, addressed to Louise Wiggins.
If you find value in Stage Door Live, please help us grow by letting your friends and followers know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like. Take a moment to share this live feed with your friends and followers right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Creating live content is a costly endeavour. If you'd like to help us keep the conversations going, please hop on over to our Patreon page, where you can become a patron and gain access to exclusive patron-only content. Patreon.com/TheatreMaker.ie.
Yes, David Foster, he's live.
You can find us on most social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TheatreMaker.ie.
15 seconds plus the transition.
Catch additional news, blogs, and sector coverage on our website, TheatreMaker.ie. Watch this space. There's more exciting content on the way from TheatreMaker.ie.
2, 1, transition. Stand by, mics live. You're live.
Today is the last day to see Access Balmain's The Messenger until 11 p.m. Written by Dermot Bolger and directed by Mark O'Brien, The Messenger is about a teenage girl whose family, like many others, were displaced when that bomb destroyed their old home. The Cork Midsummer Festival is bringing visual art to the streets of Cork. Supported by the Cork City Council, the festival is turning Cork City into a visual art gallery. The events include The Day, Crossing Farm, by visual artist Marie Brett, who incorporates live events into her art installation. The installation explores issues of trafficking, modern-day slavery, and drug farming. The gallery lasts from the 14th to 27th of June. The Everyman presents Mary and Me, The Art of Being Invisible, from Saturday. Written and performed by Irene Kelleher and directed by Belinda Wilde, this award-winning show returns in a new version reimagined for digital presentation. Catch it while you can, as it's the only online for a week. Bewley's Cafe and the Lock-In present online play Normal. Written by Irish Times Theatre Award nominee Katrina Daly, Normal is a study of motherhood, modern relationships, and the often complex and nuanced role of parent or partner as caregiver. You can view Wednesday or Wednesday week only, so be sure to check it out on thelockin.io/normal. That's it for Irish Theatre this week. Thank you for joining us. Our programming is made possible by the support of Dublin City Council and Access Balmain. TheatreMaker.ie is here to support you and your projects. Don't forget to send in your press releases and show announcement to news@TheatreMaker.ie for consideration to be published on our website and our online programming. Don't forget to check out Stage Door Live Wednesday at 7 p.m. Join us again next week for another episode of Irish Theatre This Week, and stay up to date on the latest in arts news on our social media and website, TheatreMaker.ie. I'm Sue, and this was Irish Theatre This Week.
You're clear. Hey Graham, so our crew is, right now we have 2 writers in-house. One of them is our news producer. I also have one person running teleprompter who also acts as our production manager, and myself, and then our host. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of us here. We start our day at 12 o'clock. But we've been collecting headlines and press releases and stuff all weekend. And then, we go live at 7. Usually it's more like 7:05, 7:07, just because of the fact that we're always running late. Any other questions? I see there's 6 people out there. Thanks, Now. Thanks, Joseph. I think I said that already, didn't I? Can you turn up your audio? Let me see. How's this? I guess it's going to take a couple seconds for me to know. I'm on low latency. Thank you, Graham. We got our not our show graphics, our slides for the news literally as we were going live. So that threw me off a little bit, and there were a few slides that seemed to be missing, but that's okay. Just a few slides. I'm looking at the news producer right now. No, they can't. So you can give me the middle finger and they won't know. How many? That's Blue, our news producer, also one of my good friends. So generally, I actually, because I have you guys up, I wasn't looking at the stats while we were live, but generally while we're live, we get about 40 viewers. Facebook this past week, we got about 830 playbacks. YouTube generally gets between 100 and 200 playbacks. Our other show, which is on Wednesday, I'll try to do the same thing if I can. I also thought I had a camera set up and it didn't work. But on Wednesday, I'll stream that as well for you guys on this page. That show has a few more people working on it. And we also have an in-house guest during that show as well. Because of COVID, we can't have too many people in the house. But we are trying as much as we can. We don't want to expose our crew, and we don't want other people to be exposed to us. Thank you, Sue. Thanks, Joseph. How many total inputs do we have? So we have um, 5 cameras in-house. We have video playback. We have slide playback, which you can see there. And then we have 8 vMix calls set up and ready to go. Total inputs, if you want to know like vMix inputs, are currently 88. I have the ability to bring in 24 cameras into the system though. We don't even have cam ops, so I don't know if you saw. Oh shit, my iPad just died, so I can't control it. But all of our cameras in the studio are PTZs, um, except for this guy. They just turned on the lights, the house lights in the studio. So this guy's just a Sony A6100 on a slider. And then the other or the other 4 cameras um, are PTZs. So I actually have CSU. So I actually have a iPad next to me to control the PTZs, and I've set up a few presets for those that I know I'm probably going to use. And every day I kind of update those presets a little bit. I'm trying to work on the production by adding some camera motion during, after a transition, like a zoom in or a zoom out or whatever. But that's still stuff that I'm working on, and it kind of requires me to have the host in the studio, and she doesn't come in until 5 p.m. So usually at 5 p.m. I'm going crazy getting everything going, downloading the final graphics, getting the lower thirds in, getting the headlines in, which there were a whole bunch of headlines missing today, but that's okay. So during our Stage Door live show, which is our Wednesday show, um, I generally don't have a multi-view um, for the vMix calls, and that's just because I can't fit enough inputs in the multi-view. Um, so I on in vMix, I just keep those windows open so I can see them. Um, yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. You know me though. I like production value. So this is the studio that we built over 3 weeks, and this is, I guess, our 4th week going live. Right? 4th week. Do you want some music? Since you can't see anything. Good thing my iPad died after the show, or else I wouldn't have been able to control the camera. Cool. So I'm gonna sign off here. If you do have any interest on Wednesday, we'll be going live at 7 p.m. Irish time or GMT. And I guess that is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll see a little bit of a different setup. That show also has 4 to 5 remote guests, one person in house, and then the host in house. Yeah, it's crazy to do, but it's fun. I like the, I like running shows. I like the stress of it, because later the letdown, when you go back to real life is, yeah. And then I get Joseph. That sounds weird. Shit. And then in 4 hours, I'll get Joseph's stream and I'll go to bed. Thanks, Grim. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to try to see if I can get a camera of me or something in the control room for Wednesday. Cool. See you guys later. Thanks for joining. Bye.